Look at a range of factors, including the size of the commission involved and if the buyer wasn't told it was being paid, whether the finance was a discretionary deal where dealers set higher interest rates to get more commission, and the characteristics of the consumer themselves. Now, it's not clear if it will be an opt-out scheme where those involved are contacted directly and will have to say if they don't want to go ahead. The total amount involved is expected to be more than £9 billion, possibly up to £18 billion, although most individuals will receive less than £950. The scheme will be free, so the strong advice is to ignore all these adverts which pop up online and on social media, and do not sign up with these claims management firms. They take a cut of any payout, some as much as 30%. Now, the lenders have already set aside huge amounts of money to cover these payouts. Lloyds, for example, one of the biggest players in the market, has earmarked £1.15 billion, but it now looks like they might have to stump up even more. There are questions too about how the regulator can ensure any scheme is fair.
They will need to make sure that they provide enough reassurance to consumers to trust this process. You know, it is going to be run in whatever form by the lenders who are the wrongdoers. But as ever, the devil will be in the detail. And what we really need to know is, will enough consumers receive a fair level of compensation from this scheme?
Lenders have always said they believe they followed the rules. The FCA says it will continue to make the process as speedy as possible as it tries to provide closure on one of the biggest finance scandals in history.
And Mark is with me. So if you are someone who has a claim or thinks you have a claim, what should those people be doing now?
Well, this consultation starts in October with actual payments hopeful next year. But the official advice is, if you think you've got a claim, don't hesitate, pick up the phone, call your lender yourself now and ask. Now, a couple of bumps in the road. We've heard tonight from the Finance and Leasing Association, which speaks for the lenders. It's raised concerns over just how far back this is all going to go. From last week, way back to 2007. And they've raised concerns, really, that because the onus is likely to be on lenders to contact all those customers they think are eligible, even way back in the mists of time, they point out lenders weren't required to keep records that far back, so the evidence could be patchy at best. So it questions how fair the scheme could really be. Consumer groups are worried too, along similar lines. People might have moved home in that time, so can they track them down? And they say there's a big job on here to win back trust. It's pretty low right now. People need to believe the system will be fair in the future, and lenders really will move heaven and earth to try and track people down, potentially from 18 years ago, to shell out millions of pounds.